For the less fortunate, blessed with ignorance, this is just some fancy old bike. But for bullet lovers, it's ecstasy at its zenith. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me present to you the grandest of the grand, the oldest of them all, the absolutely stunning Royal Enfield Model G. As the cliche goes, you can love it or hate it, but you definitely can't ignore it. Let me begin by quickly brushing up the history. The Model G were available from 1946 onwards as dependable ride-to-work machines. It features an all-iron engine with the oil compartment jutting out ahead of the cylinder, a rigid rear end, a dry clutch compartment, a lower state of tune than the Bullet, meaning 5 to 8 kilometers per hour slower. The AML 276 carburetor contributed to better fuel efficiency. A notably low compression ratio would make for easy starting with less intensity back kicks, if at all any. It would have been the cheapest 350cc single in the market during its time, if not for the BSA B31. This particular 1947 model, has been told by our owner Sandeep Wadar, doesn't feature the red-lined frosted silver panels or the Royal Enfield label for that thought, and you could see the clumsy Royal England sign instead. But don't you worry, we have put Sandeep up to task already. Also present are a lot of unique spares, not limited to the plus-sized handlebar and accessories, the small toolboxes which embrace the rear fenders, the intriguing neutral finder and gear lever, the 12.5-liter fuel tank with the lid placed off-center, the bicycle stand and seat, the McDyno ignition system, and the subtle Lucas tail lamp. It's a thing of sheer grace and demands immediate attention from every angle. The bike as it is resembles the 1939 Ariel NH Red Hunter that I had reviewed, barring the telescopic front suspension that you see here in place of the girder forks, and also the upswept silencers that Royal Enfield went on to introduce in J2 models. The design is still appealing even after 70 years of commercial non-existence. The Model G got succeeded by the G2, and you guys could finally get first-hand evidence as to why that annotation was used at all. All of Model G features the Lucas McDyno ignition system. The McDyno, as the name suggests, consists of two units, namely the magneto for ignition and the dynamo on top for charging the battery. I've been listening to veterans gossiping about how this model didn't go too well with Royal Enfield, as the vibrations led to a lot of exhausting breakdowns. Whatever the case may be, it still has its mysterious retro charm, and those fascinations would only die with our love for the Bullet. Talking about the operational aspect, the ignition control should be retarded for starting, making use of the magneto advanced retard lever placed on the handlebar. Same must be advanced as soon as the engine is running at speed. For normal running, the ignition should be kept in advanced position and should be retarded when the engine is pulling slowly at full throttle, as in while climbing a hill. The cutout that you saw is an automatic switch which prevents the discharge of battery when the dynamo is stationary. It's possible to run the machine with no dynamo if you can manage without the lighting. And the next question is, how does the Model G sound? It's time to take her for a spin, don't you think? Well, what about that? There isn't much left for me to say, as this 8-decade-old machine still stands tall with all its glory and runs like a river. Coming towards the end of this short video, I must admit that I'm overjoyed to get this opportunity to present such a rare piece of motorcycling history to you guys. The entire credit goes to my dear brother and fellow bullet enthusiast Shubham for making this happen. You could follow his adventures in Instagram at the below ID. During our research, we got in touch with another G model owner, Mr. Sagar Shinde, and he was generous enough to provide valuable insight. I'm excited to add that a member of our WhatsApp group had recently purchased a G model, and I'm gonna test ride that for myself soon enough. I hope you all had enjoyed the video and would post your valuable feedback in the comment section. Once again, thanks for watching Son of a Gun.